Well, as the title from the video says, had a little fire in the turbo truck. So what happened is I was down in Mexico doing some data logging and, you know, just trying to figure out. I have a knock issue that showed up, and I'm not sure what it is exactly. I'm hoping it's something to do with the motor mount or just the knock sensors themselves, because this is the the Gen 4, so the knock sensors are on the block, not in the valley. But yeah, so like I said, I was doing some data logging down on the private streets of Mexico, and did several pulls and was done, and was on my way back to my house, and turned the corner on the road and just got up to speed like normal, no big crazy deal, and heard a pop and a bunch of smoke. So I was like, holy crap. So I pulled my truck over as quick as I could, and what happened was the AC line right here, I guess it melted through my, well, actually the turbo had melted through this cheap ass turbo blanket. It didn't actually melt through, but they got hot enough together right here that it actually heated that line up enough to pop it. That's never been a problem. A lot of times I think maybe what saved me is kind of a fat boy, and this is South Georgia, so I would I'd get done making a pool or something and immediately turn on the air conditioner again, and so I think maybe getting that oil and everything flowing and circulating again actually saved it. So, but I didn't do that this time because it's been cooler, so I had my windows cracked and all that happy jazz, and you know, shit happens. So plan is to get this a longer line made for this, get it up out of the way. Of course, I'm gonna buy a new turbo blanket and new insulation for that. I haven't been able to really get down there and see if it got my spark plug wires real good or not. I was lucky. I was real lucky, because the road I turned on and started cruising toward the house, that was like right in front of another house when it happened. So I had like a half a bottle of water, and I dumped it all over the turbo blanket, basically anywhere there was fire, and it wasn't enough. So I ran to the house and used their hose spigot to fill my bottle up and poured it all over it. And then once I got the fire out and I knew it was out good, called a buddy of mine with a trailer to come pick me up and get me back to the house, because I didn't want to drive it and catch the oil back on fire, because that green AC oil was just everywhere under here. It was, well, that's dye, but you know, there's oil in your compressor and everything. Anyway, short story long, that's where the turbo. And I'm not mad about it or anything like that, just because this truck right here, I literally drove this truck, daily driver, every day with a turbo on it for like a year and a half now, until I got my 2500. And now that's kind of what I was doing, was playing with this truck. And I noticed I had a little bit of drop in power, it seemed like, because I don't get to drive it as much as I used to now. So I noticed, first I thought it was just in my head, but I went and data logged did some data logging, and it was like, it was definitely not running like it should, or like it used to. So start data logging it, and then realized I was getting this kind of random weird knock, and it was pulling a bunch of timing out. And I really think it might be a motor mount, because it seems like whenever I stab the throttle or it shifts gears when you're in the throttle is when it shows up. Because it like if I roll into it, you don't hardly see it, and then it will like if it has a hard shift while I'm rolling into it, you'll see like a little spike, and then it drops back off. So I'm kind of thinking it might be a motor mount. Anyway, so that's the turbo truck. For y'all that don't know who the setup on this truck, it's a Huron Speed turbo kit, VS Racing 7875 billet wheel, RPM built 4L60 level 7, I think, or 6 maybe. I know it shifts pretty dang hard. You know, it's just a little truck. That's for fun. You know, fuel system. I'm running decapped injectors, and I've never had it on a dyno, but I can tell you this: when it's right, it rips. So, anyway, so if y'all want to, I gotta get this thing back going, and whenever I figure out what's going on with it and why I'm getting this knot problem, I'll definitely share that. But if y'all actually want to see more content for that truck right there, I've got all the footage I did when I was putting the truck together. The only one I ever posted was the fuel video though, or the fuel system video, just because with my work and everything, I didn't have time. And you know, if y'all want to see it, I will actually make the time. But if y'all want to see it, just put comments or whatever, and we'll work on that. And if y'all want to see what I have to do for future content with it, where it goes from here, stuff like that, just comment and whatever. Let me know, and we will. I'll work harder at trying to get content out, but with my job and everything, it got to be too much. Plus, it's just, you know, maybe I just don't have that natural YouTube knack that some people have, or maybe I can't spend money fast enough. I don't know. But one of my things is I've been tormented with this. Since that happened, I've thought about not even fixing the AC and just start building this into like a for real street truck, more race oriented, like literally ditch the HP tuners and get me a standalone ECU system like a Terminator Max or a Dominator or something. I've even looked at the fuel tech stuff, but I'm not paying that. I'm not racing competitively. I'm not paying that kind of money. I also thought about, now that I don't drive it every day and I ain't worried about its manner so much, throwing a huge cam in it, and you know, it's just a little 4.8. I mean, it has almost no bottom end. This truck sucks out the hole. Even when I'm up on the stall, I got a 3200 stall in it. When I'm up on the stall at 2800 RPM, any higher than that, it just blows the tires off as soon as I leave. But between 25 and 2800 RPM, it gets out the hole a lot better, but it's still like, it's not like gone. And I've got to make it hook up better because I'm still on just factory leaf spring lowering flip kit. So I'm going to get, I don't know, some cow tracks. And like I said, I might go full blown race truck stuff with this and put me on a full 4-link with coilovers. has crossed my mind too. So, because I used to need this truck to pull my RC trailer, but since I don't get to, and I got another truck if I need to pull it, I don't need this truck to pull it, so I can do whatever I want to with it. Anyway, well, y'all let me know if y'all want to see the actual build content from this, and if you want to see future content with it. The plan is to get all this stuff fixed and figure out why it's got that knock and do a little maintenance, and then I'm probably going to get it to a dyno just to see what kind of real power it's making, because I have no idea. I would guesstimate right now I'm somewhere ballpark between, I would guess like 450, 500, somewhere in there. That's just a guess. Yeah, I mean, it could be as low as like 425, 400. I don't know. You know, 400 horsepower is a lot of power on the street, and people don't realize that. I mean, this thing, when you're in it and it's running good and it's got all the timing, I could be driving down the road, pull it down to third, stomp it. Of course, it shifts to second, and it just blows the tires off immediately. So it makes plenty of power. More power than the tires can hold anyway. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Y'all, for real, if y'all want to see content, let me know, and I will work harder to try and produce that. And like I said, I've got all the footage from when I was building this truck. So, y'all take care. Let me know something, and we'll see you later.